Genie Entertainment presents the following. The following is not suitable for children under the age of 18. It contains coarse language, sexual references, as well as my personal views and opinions. The characters on this show are fictional and are made for fun, not harm. The Sky Genie Show.
My balls smell like vinegar. Hello and welcome to the Sky Genie Show. This is the worst show ever. We're on episode 104 of the Sky Genie Show. And, well, we've got a bit to talk about. Thank you for listening to the Sky Genie Show. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. We're slowly but surely going to get back up and hopefully get more listeners to the show. But the Sky Genie is back. That's for sure. And I missed. I'm sure you're jumping for joy. But let's get into it. Hell in a Cell. Now, I didn't watch this fucking pay-per-view. Like, pretty much after that whole week of wrestling with Raw, AEW, SmackDown, in between that you had AEW, I suppose I said that, NXT, you had Impact, you had Ring of Honor, you had MLW. Pretty much everybody was on this week, or last week. So by the time the pay-per-view rolls around, you can't really be fucked. And when you think about it, WWE wasn't really too fucked about this pay-per-view either. Considering the amount of promotion that went into this pay-per-view going into it, at what time did they really promote this show? At what time did they really promote any matches on this show? There was 3 or 4 matches going into this show, and the rest of the card was just filler. Cool, you might get a sleeper once in a while with Randy Orton and Mustafa Ali, but from what I hear, that match wasn't that good. I did manage to watch the main event. That was between Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins, which is the big talk coming out of that show. And the absolute clusterfuck that happened with this match was that it ended in DQ, in a Hell in a Cell. Cause WWE logic, that's why. There's no other way to describe it. And here's the thing, you got a competition now breathing down your neck, whether they're big time or not. They're breathing down your neck, and you're practically giving them viewers straight away by that finish alone. And yes, from what I hear, that card was actually pretty damn good. But then you have one match with a terrible, and with a terrible finish that just ruins it for the rest of it. You know, it only takes one. It takes one spoiled apple to spoil the bunch, I believe is the term. I don't know. Comment that in the section below if I got it wrong, but you know what I mean. And it's interesting, you'd think, hey, maybe they'll fix everything up on Raw. You know, make up for all that, for everything that happened with that main event. But no, what does WWE do? They put on the most boring show ever, announce a Universal Championship match, but then find out that everybody's injured, then just don't bother, just delete it like it never happened. The old tweet and delete from WWE. And it really makes you think, And when you think about it, like, while AEW is going up against NXT than Raw, it does make you wonder, does AEW gain more viewers because of that? Because of that bullshit with Raw? Or do people just drop off? Now, we're going to come into, I don't have the number, but the ratings this week with AEW getting a huge drop, but then that was expected. From what I'm hearing, there was like baseball games and all this other stuff. I really don't give that an excuse when you think about it. Like, to me, if your product's hot, like, it pretty much gets watched no matter what. But then that's just me. And of course, it's just an American audience that would be catering to, because at the moment, there isn't really a lot of international with AEW to really brag home about, is there? And people have up and down social media on Soul Monster page and Twitter and all this and everywhere else. It's funny how the WWE diehards, they're pretty much the ones that don't want AEW to succeed or want them to go out of business and all that. It's funny how they downplay that ratings don't matter at the moment. Really? Really? You're really still going with that angle? Considering when you had 4 McMahons out there, and yes, I'm counting Triple H as a McMahon, because let's face it, he's technically the bitch of the family. The 4 of them go out there because they were promising change. Well, the only reason why they did that because they wanted a ratings boost. Because they were getting slaughtered in the ratings every fucking week by putting Baron Corbin in the fucking main event every week. That dude doesn't draw shit. And it's interesting how they make this guy, they give him so many pushes, make him King of the Ring and all this other stuff, but yet, he means absolute dick to everybody. And it's funny where now he's gotten King of the Ring, he's doing jobs to everybody, got punked out by The Rock, and people are talking about how, this is giving Baron Corbin a rub, working with The Rock. I don't think so. I don't see it that way, because when you think about it, who came out big in the end? Who came out as the star? The Rock did. Guess you could say Becky Lynch there because she was in the segment too. But Baron Corbin looked like an absolute bitch. Like, he got punked out by The Rock and Becky Lynch. Right in the middle with everybody watching last week on SmackDown. And we can say the ratings came in at a 3.4. What are people that are probably new eyes to that show are going to say about that? Would you not think that now they're going to see Baron Corbin as nothing but a petty bitch? I certainly would. But, what can you say about that? But it's interesting the difference between an AEW show and WWE show. And there's this standard formula with WWE. Like, you have to be a certain way, you have to look at the camera a certain way, you gotta have your body facing a certain way when you're wrestling in the ring. When you're doing backstage promos, you have to look every fucking way instead of looking at me in the fucking camera, where it would probably make more sense. Hey, talk to me about your plan. If you're an evil villain taking over the world, or if you're the babyface that's going to be the conquering hero for me. Like, tell me what you're going to do. Don't look at every other fucking point of the building and expect me to give a fuck, because that to me looks like that they're not invested and I'm not invested. I don't want to be invested into that crap. But anyway, AEW had their show with Dynamite, which was actually a big improvement from last week. Chris Jericho came out and had this with his new group called the Inner Circle, and it's interesting the way this man works. None of them worked with a script. Funny how that works. I believe it was Chris Jericho, Okada, and Nick Aldis this week. Both did awesome promos this week, coming off big shows. I missed the New Japan show. I really got to catch up on that one. I know I've been a bit slack from New Japan. um, but they're coming off as absolute stars. Whereas you go to WWE, well, at the moment, well, Brock Lesnar never says a word on a microphone besides Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman sells himself. But here you got Seth Rollins, who's the other champion. He doesn't sell jack shit, does he? As a matter of fact, I don't even know why he's still a babyface. It's mind-boggling that that man's still a babyface. I really don't understand why they didn't put the title on Bray Wyatt on Sunday, but then you know it's WWE. They always had that good-bad relationship with Bray Wyatt, and for what I'm seeing on the what I'm seeing right now, what was put up in front of me, because they had the draft going, Bray Wyatt got drafted to SmackDown. Like, what the fuck? Can you not keep something consistent? You could have kept that feud going and made it mean something. Yet you transfer him to the other show, away from Seth Rollins, and kill the feud dead. Like, what was the point of that feud if you're just gonna kill off the Fiend so early? I mean, that was pretty much the best character that WWE had. And that's from the start. What do you think about it? From the vignettes? The vignettes of the Firefly Funhouse. Like, they started off as a little bit corny, but then that's the idea. That was supposed to be corny. It's supposed to look like a kid's show. But when you think about it, it has this dark, twisted thought about it. The magic of editing, you can cut out the coughs. Even though I probably coughed before, but oh well. But it was the magic of these promos. I'm guessing this is produced by Bruce Pritchard when he came back to WWE, because this is his fingerprints all over it. They're capturing the character, and it comes to the point where it's built up and built up and built up. And this guy is coming back onto SummerSlam. He's probably the hottest, maybe the hottest heel, hottest star in WWE coming back, and they've already fucked him. Fucked him up. But then you kind of had to know that it was pretty much inevitable, but then no one thought this early, but then when you think about it, it's WWE. They fuck up everything. That's all they do, is they fuck up everything. And it's even to the point, going out of this pay-per-view, even a lot of the diehards that were into WWE, not all of them, but most of them, were all in agreement that that pay-per-view and that ending sucked. And it's really interesting because we go to Jason Solomonster, who does his Twitter polls pretty much after every show. Hell in a Cell was 9% thumbs up, 91% thumbs down. Now, if that doesn't tell you that this pay-per-view was bad, that's something like, that tells you something, that there's something you're doing wrong. And it's something that they've got to fix, and they've got to do it damn quickly. But as far as AEW Dynamite, as I said, the show was a lot better than what it was the first week. And what Chris Jericho did, they started with the fans started with the people chant with Jake Hager. I say Hager, not Hager. I'm guessing unless Jericho's pulling that Sammy Hagar twist to it, because he's obviously a rock fan, if you couldn't tell. But Jake Hager had that "We the People" chant for so long, and a lot of people are debating, well, maybe they should have kept that going because it's something he's known for. But at the same time, I disagree with that. I disagree with that mindset, only because, okay, yes, he got over with that in another company, but now he's got to re-establish himself as a different character. You can't have him do the same character from the WWE just because he got over with it. That's great, but we've seen what happens with stuff like that. I mean, one of the biggest examples is Hulk Hogan. Biggest example out of them all. In WWE, he was the ultimate babyface, the biggest big guy there ever was. Okay, well, not ever was, but at that time was probably the biggest babyface one of the biggest babyfaces of all time. he goes to and even though yes, there was a couple of years he was getting booed in WWE, but he goes to WCW, and he got booed out of the arenas to the point where they switched him heel and had him join the NWO and breathed a whole new lease on life. Yes, there was still Hulk Hogan, bits of Hulk Hogan in that gimmick, but at the same time, it was a whole new look at Hulk Hogan. Now it was Hollywood Hogan. So, and here's another thing: Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's in his 50s or near his 50s, and at no time can you say that he's kept the gimmick longer than he should have. Like, he'll have a run with it. This current run he's having will be the run of his gimmick. He'll go away, he'll come back, and he'll be something totally different. He reinvents himself, and that's Chris Jericho's mindset. And I kind of agree that that's what they got to do with Jake Hager. I agree with the people that say that Sean Spears should not be doing the 10 gimmick anymore. Hey, I like the 10 gimmick. I thought it was one of the cool thing to do. Go to the arena, chant 10. But at this point, he's a heel. He doesn't need to do that 10 chant. He can do it mockingly. To make fun of that old gimmick. But at the same time, but I was watching that show this week, and he was doing it like he was a babyface. Get rid of that. Take that out of your arsenal, unless you're using it as a heel move, and which he wasn't. But other than that, the big story coming out of that was the Young Bucks versus Private Party, where Private Party did the job. No, I'm sorry, Young Bucks did the job. And that's the criticism. And the criticism is what's going to happen when they put the championships on the Young Bucks. Well, people are going to bitch about it, right? Well, here they put another team over and got another team over, which is something they have to do because when you think about AEW is trying to establish a tag team division, which I think they're doing pretty damn well of doing, but the Young Bucks have to lose to people. They can't just beat everybody. And I see a lot of people that were actually against the Young Bucks losing that and probably should have won the championship because they're well-known names. At the same time, I say no. Because now there's more of the story in the chase. Eventually, Young Bucks will win the tag team title. Eventually, Cody Rhodes will be world champion. Eventually, Kenny Omega will probably be world champion. But at the moment, they don't really need them. And I guess they're going with the storyline with Kenny Omega not being able to win. Well, not to start was a year ago, but then who knows? But that's my AEW Dynamite review. That's all I got to say about that. After the break, we'll be talking NWA Power, but I will be talking about AEW Dark as well. So stay tuned.
The Sky Genie Show.
This month is Total Fuckwit Awareness Month. This cause is to be aware and identify a total fuckwit when you see one. The Sky Genie Show is proudly sponsoring the Total Fuckwit Awareness Association. Go to totalfuckwit.org and sign up today.
The Sky Genie Show.
You're listening to The Sky Genie Show. Thank you all for listening. Now we're going to go into NWA Power as well with AEW Dark. Now, I'm not going to go so much into the matches and that because I've kind of forgotten by this point. But more the shoot and the layout of both these shows. The one thing I felt, the NWA was pretty much like the old Jim Crockett shows, where they're in the studio, they tape a bunch of matches, have a few jobber matches, and I'm guessing every so often they're going to do like pay-per-views or big cards, which I think would be a good idea. Maybe they're in bigger buildings at this point. But the success of this show was actually pretty damn good. I think the timing is wrong though, because I think that should have debuted last week. But then, that's how it goes. They probably had the mindset of, well, everybody's thinking about those, we'll do this next week. I think if they did it the week before, I think maybe it would have had a little bit more buzz about it. Because coming out of this show, Uh, well, it's not hard to get because it's on YouTube, and even Billy Corrigan has said this. It can't survive on a YouTube format. It has to be on a TV show. So this is going to be temporary for a little while. So hopefully this becomes a success. I have not seen the numbers. I'll have to check it to see what the numbers were like for the last show. But then, who knows? It was actually it was a really good show. Nick Aldis really showed that why he is the NWA World Champion. As he faced Tim Storm. But yeah, but then I also got to talk about AEW Dark. Now this show, this is shot a little bit differently. And if you remember the old primetime wrestling shows, now not suggesting that it's like primetime wrestling because you don't have Bobby the Brain Heenan or Gorilla Monsoon. I'm talking more like it's the type of studio shows where they talk about the matches in the studio and then they go to the live or to the footage that they have from the arena. So these were matches from the tapings of the Dynamite show that didn't air on the show. This is a separate thing, which I think is a good thing. And I'm a fan of, because I like what MLW does, and I wish AEW would do the same thing, where they would do the TV show, the next day put it up on YouTube, so you can you please your TV network, but then also you get the rest of the world to see it. Because at the moment, I think the Fight TV idea with AEW being on Fight TV and forced to pay money for it, I think is kind of stupid. I'm guessing AEW knows that, but then Fight TV obviously has a fee for that, which I think is kind of stupid because I would think if on Fight TV, why would you not air those AEW shows for free? Because you have people sampling this, and you're gonna make more money on the pay-per-views anyway. Instead of charging everybody money for every single show, give it to the people for free. I mean, you do that with other shows anyway. You do that with Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and Arizona. You do it from all these other indie feds on there. Why can't you do it for AEW? You do it for Ring of Honor as well. And Ring of Honor is not an indie fed. It's technically a big company because they have contracts. So I don't see why Fight TV has to have this package or stuff like that, even though it's like $2.99 or $4.99 for the month, which for me it would probably be over like $8 for me, which I don't have every week. I mean, I only get the network all the time. I have to watch it. I have to watch a lot of pay-per-views or TV shows through other means, which is why I think would hurt your ratings, is because they're going online to watch all this stuff. And that's what happens when people can't afford shit. They go online, and with the evolution of the internet, it's more and more easy to access than you think. Yes, you could have people come and shut those sites down, but there's always plenty more that will come out. So I don't know. Maybe do it a bit differently. Maybe put it on there for free. And I know I have friends of this show that are on Fight TV, but then it's got to be said, doesn't it? But that's just me. So coming up the break will be stupid shit of the week.
The Sky Genie Show.
Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! I thought perhaps a gateway to the other side had finally crinkled and cracked, opening up a putrid passageway in the middle of Chain Street to Beelzebub's bungalow many, many miles down. Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! I don't know. As I stared into the darkened void, imagining the hordes of devils soon to spring forth, I couldn't help but ponder. Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! How deep does that hole go? Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! Choke me, Devil Daddy, choke me! For on this hallowed day, sweet, sweet Mama Earth opened up her gaping and gaseous orifice to finally allow the darkened one to claw his way out of the shadow zone and into our luminescent heaviside lair. Like Kruger into the Thompson's tub, and my consciousness is Nancy's open thighs. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. I don't know. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. I can only hope my vexed savior ascends, and that my servitude to the one true maestro of mayhem can finally be proclaimed. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Through the holographic plane of existence that flickers and fades, like an Alf rerun watched at 3 o'clock in the morning whilst your sleeping stepdad slumbers and snores, I now see this world as evanescent as I lock eyes with the legion of the underworld, who will stand shoulder to shoulder with me and see me as more than Mark who works at Arby's, see me as the true soldier of Samhain that I really am, and together we will chant into the brightened fray, stepdads be damned and naysayers be gone, for I am the prince of Purgatoria. I am the infernal firstborn son of Lucifer. I am Gordon Shumway the rogue, last son of Melmac, and the luckies of this world didn't even stand a chance. I don't know. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Choke me, devil daddy, choke me. Holes are pretty cool.
If you have something for stupid shit of the week, go to Twitter at The Sky Genie Show and tag me in it. Make sure it's good and make sure it's stupid.
The Sky Genie Show. Stupid shit of the week.
This week's stupid shit of the week will be Jeff Hardy. Oh, Jeff. Or Junkie Hardy is how we should refer to him as. What this guy does is he gets really fucked up and decides to go around driving, and apparently was resisting arrest and everything. And this is a really fucking big problem, because wasn't it just a year ago that he had that horrible accident that nearly fucked someone's life up? I mean, for fuck's sake, what's going to get through to this fucking guy that he can't go around drink driving, because yes, he may be a big star somewhere, but that doesn't give him the right to be a total fuckwit. Someone has to walk up to that dude and punch that dude directly in the face. And I hope someone does. I hope someone walks up to Jeff Hardy and punches him in the fucking face. I hope the next time he walks out in the arena, he gets booted out of the fucking building. Because this guy is a dangerous fuck. And he's nothing but a fuck up. Yes, he might be a good wrestler, and there's a lot of fans that love Jeff Hardy. But at the same time, he's putting people's lives in danger by getting behind the wheel when he's fucked up. And he could possibly kill someone, and maybe himself. This is how fucked up this guy is. Something needs to be done about this guy. And I'm definitely putting this as stupid shit of the week, and I don't care if he happens to somehow hear this and get angry about. Well, here's what I have to say to you. Get help. That's what you fucking need. Get off your ass, go to rehab, and stop fucking up people's lives and yours as well. Otherwise, you're nothing but a fuckwit, and if you kill somebody, that's when you're going to wear it. So go fuck yourself. That's all I got to say about that. Sorry to leave that on an angry note, but we'll try and get a little bit cheery. Thank you for listening to the Sky Genie Show. Check us out on Twitter at the Sky Genie Show. Thank you all for listening, and I'll catch you later.
The Sky Genie Show.